Oh, you know that thing you were on about the other day? Music. What was that? Start again with that one, because...
Alright, so... I was thinking and stuff, like, after I was, like, you know, texting my sister about, you know, that, like, ghost or whatever, that, when, like, how do you judge good music and, like bad music? Like, I judge music as good and bad.
Yeah.
But, like, I think, you know, because it's art, it's kind of like, half of it kind of lies with the audience, you know? Like, what it's supposed to be and what the artist or musician thought is one thing, and then, you know, it's like, it's kind of like, for me, like, when you hear, like, really shitty-ass dance tunes, and I kind of appreciate it, like, it's just shit, it's just made on the computer really fast, like, there's no skill, there's no, like, years of, like, learning how to play guitar, like, ethically, there's no, like, really intelligent lyrics going on here, but...
Slightly pretentious.
Yeah, but that's what I mean, but, like, say it gets to, like, you know, it's, like, number one, people enjoy it, and I think, well, if the purpose of, like, you know, like, making music and stuff is to kind of, like, create a response with the audience, if the song has no, like, you know, intellectual... If it is just like cheap, quick-made shit, but everybody loves it and it makes them feel happy, it is done the job.
The thing is, I think, you know, with judging, let's just stick to music for now and we'll broaden it out as we go. When it comes to music, I think you can only really ever judge music in genres you actively enjoy. Because with music, it's strange. If you're not into a genre, you will always struggle, you know, to get into any music from that genre, so you can't accurately judge how good it is objectively, in your opinion. You're just going to think it's bad because you just don't get it. Whereas when you're judging music in your own genre that you like, it becomes a bit more realistic then, because you have an understanding of that genre. You understand, like, you know, what's good and what's bad and what you like and what you hate in that genre. You know,
you're, like, familiar with the bands as well, like, you can say, like, you know, like, their records kind of gone downhill, or... But, yeah, because I was listening to The Walk by The Cure the other day, and there is, like, you know, it's like 80s kind of, like, I don't know, like, synthesizer sound, you know, it has a lot of that, and I was thinking, like, I was just listening to that bit, and I was like, well, this is, like, I don't know the correct word, it's like dance, techno, whatever you want to call it, and I'm enjoying this, and I thought that the music was going quite well with what the lyrics were saying, you know, they're painting this picture of this kind of, like, weird, you know, scene or whatever. So I thought, okay, that's it, and I'm feeling the atmosphere. And I'm like, well, maybe this is what other people are getting more broadly out of their genre, like techno and stuff. Like, because the Cure do it a bit, the Prodigy's another one. I can kind of, like, get behind that, and I think, well, this is not...
I mean, let's be honest, you know, when it comes to saying, like, oh, like, dance music is done, like, in 5 minutes on the computer, that sort of thing. I mean, we are biased when we say that. We don't like it. We don't, exactly. We don't understand how that music's made, so for all we know, it could take literally months to make one track. We just don't know, because we have no experience in that genre.
And it's kind of like when people say, like, oh, metal, it's all just, like, screaming and shouting about death, and, like, goth music, whatever, it's all like, oh, it's all about suicide and death. And you can see that if you're not, like, if you don't understand the genre, if you don't listen to it a lot, if you're just kind of, like, looking at it from the outside, it's kind of fair comment. Don't like it, but, so, and then I thought about it, right? So, okay, so, you know, if you take something like, you know, like Cradle of Filth, got, like, really in-depth guitar work, you've got an orchestra going on, you've got, like, these really complex lyrics and really fast drumming. It takes a lot of fucking skill to play those instruments, and
gratuitous nudity.
Lot going on.
Gratuitous nudity.
And then say somebody makes a song, it's very simple, repetitive, they make it on, you know, on, like I said, on the computer, kind of like, I don't know what professional people use, like GarageBand. It's not the answer, but like, if a computer, say, like, okay, you know, like, drum sounds on a computer? If you can just tap keys and make the drum sound you want,
but it's not.
Versus somebody who's played drums for 20 years, and if they're achieving the same thing, is it really fair?
There's a lot more work that goes into that kind of music though than that. It's not just clicking a button to make that sound. They actually, but when they make the sounds themselves, they have to actually, they have a sample of some sound, and they literally do a fuckload of stuff to it. Like messing with audio levels, pitch levels, all this kind of stuff. And if you think about it, there's a lot more there's more sound going into dance music than there is to, say, rock music. Because with rock music, you've got guitar, drums, bass, singer, rhythm guitarist, right? Generally.
Sure, Scott is me, sorry.
Yay!
Let's go!
But, you know, with dance music, like, if you listen to, I know it's not dance music, but if you listen to dubstep, okay, which is in a similar vein, there's a lot of different sounds all playing at the same time, and they're all layered on top of each other, so there's a lot going on there, like a hell of a lot. If you deconstructed it and separated all those layers, I guarantee you'd have so much more going on there than in a typical rock song, honestly.
Okay, I can't go that far, I don't agree. But yeah, like I'm trying to like play devil's advocate because like when I meant like with the drum machine stuff, like I hate drum machines, I hate computer generated drum sound, even though it's probably sampled from a real sound, stored or whatever. Yeah. But then I thought about it, I'm like, well, if it makes no difference, if the end result is it sounds the same, why does it matter? Does it make a difference? Like if someone plays drums for 20 years to be able to achieve this on a real drum kit versus somebody spends 2 years kind of like learning how to do drum machine sounds, if it achieves the same result, is it really fair to say, oh no, but the real drums are better, so much better, that shit? And it's like, well, I'm just thinking about it, trying to address my own issues there.
It's the same reason though that the drummer in Def Leppard is kind of up there as a legend, because he has to try so much harder than other people, because he's playing with one fucking arm. So it's that thing of, with that kind of music, a lot of what goes into it, I think the same with rap music as well though. I mean, good rap music, one of the biggest parts about it is the blood, sweat and tears that go into it. That's one of the things that rap and rock has in common, is the passion that goes into it. Now, I don't generally like a lot of rap music, but I think you can tell when someone's really put everything into it. When it's not singing just about how much money you have and the cars you drive and the asses you lick and snort coke off, and it's real music about like real problems in the world and the struggles that people go through. You can tell that a lot went into it, a lot of passion and soul.
I think that's the thing, that that's a good point, because I think a lot of people, like, I can only really reference kind of my little sub-genres here, but a lot of like metal fans and rock fans, it really matters to them, that the band had been together a long time, what the band went through, the meaning behind the songs, how genuine it is. But I think there are people who, they just want a good song, they don't care, like, you know what I mean, it's not that they don't put as much importance on who the artist is as a person,
and that's
what
why
they went
people
through and
who
what
like
they mean. They just kind of want a song that they can dance to, that makes them feel good, or just a simple like a love song or something like that they can relate to. And I think there's a difference, versus like, me, like it really matters to me. Like the message that bands are trying to say and how they went about doing it,
and to a scary level with you get angry. Like you get
Jonathan
full
Davis,
on.
like, hurt my soul.
Jonathan Davis is a pretentious, up his own ass twat. Really is. Like, probably the worst thing I've ever said, but actually, I don't think I should repeat it. Fuck it. I hope he gets arrested for something and then gets molested in prison so he can start writing good music again.
Oh my god, okay, wow. That's harsh.
Okay.
But no, like, I think, like, Jonathan Davis, and obviously Korn, it's not just Jonathan Davis here, but, they really did something unique. Like, it took a lot of courage what he did, like, when you hear about his earlier life.
That's my point, though. When he first started and he was actually pushing through this really horrific fucking thing that happened to him, and you can fucking feel it in his music. It was perfect. It was amazing. It was great. And then, I don't know, he goes to therapy, gets over it, and all of a sudden he's like, bitches and hoes. And fucking, like, I want all the fast cars! And all that shit. And literally saying to all his fans, fuck you all, get over the 90s, and join the modern world. I don't give a fuck about you. Because I'm chumming it up with Skrillex. It's just piss off.
Yeah, what hurt, like, the most is, like, and, like, he's, like, damaging this whole reputation. I said the earlier stuff, like really amazing and, unique. But I watched this thing, right, and he's talking about, like, politics, like Big Brother style government sort of things about how the future's going to be. And this is on, like, CNN or Fox or something. I watched it on YouTube. And I'm cringing. Like, part of me is just dying watching this thing. And then at the end, he's like, I don't really follow politics. Don't really know what's going on. And I'm like, that is so stupid. You have, like, gone on TV and basically made comments like, oh, but, like, he had a really big issue with Obama and we're going to lose all this and everything's turning to shit and, all these kind of conspiracy theories things. I mean, some of them, genuine points, whatever. And then turn around and be like, oh, I don't really know much about it, but I'm just going to blab anyway. It's like, just talk about what you know about. Sing about what you know about.
You give someone a soapbox and they'll start...
Like, everyone's entitled to a soapbox. I'm having my soapbox right now.
It's our soapbox.
But, like, I'm like, you're an important figure and you're kind of, like, representing, I had all these great points. And, you can point Jonathan Davis and be like, this is why, this is good. And then you just did.
That's the problem, though. Jonathan Davis is a really good example of how, like, that kind of music can help people with real issues get over their real issues. The problem was, though, when Jonathan Davis got over his real issues, turns out he's a twat. The real Jonathan Davis is a fucking cunt. Like, that's the problem. Jonathan Davis is an example of if someone gets over their awful trauma, they might just be an asshole underneath. You know?
It's not like 13.
This conversation got away with us.
I know.
Got away from us a bit.
Yeah. Soapbox about Jonathan Davis.
Yeah.
And I'm emotionally distressed. Yeah, like 13. You get what?
Yeah.
You know, he seems just like really genuine through and through.
Yeah.
It doesn't change. You get what you look. You know.
It's okay.
So I can't talk about it. I'm distressed about Jonathan Davis again. How long is it going to take to process this?
Days.